Good evening. Hello.
Hey.
We
My
had one
intro is
last,
so loud.
but it's okay. We've come back. Hello.
I lost, yeah.
Yay!
Hey,
It's
Wow.
been a
While,
very
gents.
long time, but welcome to Wednesday night Cthulhu / horror games /
Yay!
roleplay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Slash
it's been a really
slasher.
long time. Slasher, yeah. Cool. So yeah, it's been a
The
really
name of
long
my
time.
next character /slasher.
Are you sure you're not the serial killer / slasher? No, not me.
No, that's my father. I'm /slasher son.
The junior slash.
So much hair.
Right, we've gone off topic already, so this is a good start.
I think that's on brand for us.
Yes, welcome to Tales from Lost Emporium. We are back with our Call of Cthulhu, where we're going to finish off our little adventure into the asylum. Finish off Mr. Corbett, maybe, depending on what our adventurers decide to do, and then head off for somewhere else exciting. So before we get started, let's have a big old thank you for, we'll run through them in quick order of Lost Souls Pizza.
Woohoo!
Yay! Monkeys Emporium.
Yay!
And Shake Glass Games.
Yay!
Wicked. Right. We also have a new player with us, Tommy. So we will, as we go through introductions. Yeah, you will get to meet Tommy as well. Let's start. Let's give the poorly one the first outing, shall we? G, do you think you can say your name?
I can just about manage that,
Yeah.
Good evening. I feel like the sanatorium is the place I need to be in real life at the moment. I don't know. What am I doing? Oh, I'm Albert Bassingham. That's right. Yes, Albert Bassingham. Procurer of antiquities for the discerning gentleman. All round. I guess. Mucker up of well-made plans. And just embracing the madness. I think when we last saw him, he'd taken all of the pills on offer because, listen, they were free, and why not just dive headlong into it and see what happens? And he didn't mind being naked in a room on his own. In fact, he got to know himself in a very real sense, inside and out. So, what are you going to do? And I've got the flu.
Not what you chose to do, I think is what the answer to that would be. Yeah. Cool, lovely. PJ, hello, sir.
Hello. It has been a hot minute. How are we doing?
All right.
Yes, I am PJ. I will be playing Phineas Bartram, some inventor of dubious success. And yes, I find myself in the company of these fine gentlemen. And yes, we've certainly had a time of things, but I'm sure things will be okay in the end. Stiff upper lip and all that.
Wonderful. I'm glad you've put your name on, Tom, as Kurt Templesmith, because all I could think for some reason when I was going to introduce you just then was The Matrix and Mr. Anderson. So, so yeah, how you doing, Tom?
Yeah, hi. I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm Tom. I'm playing Kurt Templesmith, FBI agent. Much like real life, still has no idea what he's doing. Very confused, but at least I now have a gun again in the game, not in real life.
Very confused, but at least I have a gun.
Yeah.
Sir.
Wonderful. And then last but not least, we have our new assignee into the madness, Mr. Tommy. How are you?
Hello. My name's Tommy Tomsky. I'm a stand-up comedian in real life. I've known Gary through various terrible gong shows that we've done together. So he's introduced us to this world of madness with everybody. I shall be playing Tobias Cobb, who is an actor. Is probably the best description I could give for him. So yes, I'll be exploring the vast vistas of the world of Cthulhu. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful.
More than welcome. It's good to have you, dude.
We'll see if you're still thanking us come the end of the session.
You definitely
See if I
will
can
be.
kill my character in one session, shall we?
Does not know what he's let himself in for.
Okay, so we last time left all of our adventure as well. So 2 had gone missing. There was rumours that the basement was where all the fun was taking place. I was going to call you Agent Smith again. Fuck's sake. Kurt. Jesus. Kurt managed to get out of his cell and deal with a guard. Obtain his things along with the possessions of the other players, which I couldn't remember, to be honest, if you just left them because you were like, nah, fuck them. I've got my stuff. I'm happy. But they all seemed to
Sounds
be
like something I'd
adamant.
do.
They seemed pretty adamant that you had their stuff, so which is fine. You've also taken the guard's outfit, which was very sensible indeed. So as we enter into this now, there is a quiet that has descended over the hospital. You are in the security rooms still with a rough idea of how to get down towards the basement should you wish to go that way, or you could just leave. You know, find your way out. Shoot a hole in the door, leave. Well, what does that matter, right? You know.
Yeah, let's just go home.
It's just, I like it.
No. I'm absolutely, now I've got everything back. I've got all their equipment, the guards on the floor. I'm definitely going to start skulking my way down to the basement to go rescue. I don't want to call them friends, acquaintances. Yeah. I want to find out what's going on.
Comrades
Okay.
in chaos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. So you head off down through some corridors. There's a bit of a trek to get through, and you notice that as you've kind of descended through the corridors, there's very much a front of house, and even a front of house relative to the guests in the sanatorium that you can see. And as you kind of get through some double doors, things definitely deteriorate with the upkeep of the hospital. Things become a little bit more ragged. There's a few broken windows. There's definitely not as clean as with the rest of the hospital, and you can progress your way down. There is the odd scream that is heard echoes throughout the halls, as is befitting for something that is through. To give you an idea of the type of halls you are now walking through, I can have them up on the screen for you. So it's a definite change.
Yeah.
It's a definite change as you go through. There isn't the sign of anyone at all for you at the moment that you've seen, but there is as you kind of head towards the end of the corridor. There is some stairs that go up and some stairs that go down.
Gonna have to go down.
I mean, philosophically speaking, depending on the direction you're coming from, stairs do both.
That's true.
I feel like my sanity's going already.
Okay. Excuse me. So you guys head further down into the lower areas of the hospital, and things definitely take a kind of a darker turn. There is the definite kind of mumblings, and there's a solid thumping, whacking. It's definitely something hitting like a big chunk of meat.
God damn it, Albert.
Yeah.
We all know where it's going.
We just
Before you get to the door, you see the head of Albert dangling nowhere. So as you head down, you are greeted with, again, a very similar corridor, albeit darker, a little bit that musty smell of rising damp that's kind of crept through, flaking paint. At the door, there is a guard. He's sat on his chair. He's looking pretty uninterested, and from what you can tell at the moment, he hasn't noticed you. How would you like to approach?
Oh God. I think at this point, yeah, I'm just gonna approach him. Just ignore him. Hopefully, he just won't pay too much attention. I'll go to the door. Is he right in front of the door, is he?
Yeah, so if you think like it's kind of a corridor down, as I showed you previously, and then you've got this this door heading in with the guard kind of sat in a chair just to the side of it, so he's kind of facing side on in the corridor as you approach.
Okay. I am going to, probably not the best move, rather than talk to him, because I have no interest in talking to him, to be honest. I'm going to pull my badge out and tell him to step aside, say nothing, open the door for me.
Wonderful. I like it. Is it? And so you're doing this as an FBI agent and not as the guard of the hospital, yeah?
No, just as the
you're
FBI
currently
agent.
wearing the clothes of.
I've got my treasured badge out and my gun, and I'm just open the door, motherfucker.
Wonderful. Cool. Give me an intimidate roll, I guess.
84 against my intimidate.
Middle column, fourth down.
Middle column, fourth down.
Oh, that's if you've got the same style of sheet as me.
I've got the same style of sheet as you,
No,
PJ.
middle column, quite a few down. Sorry, second column, about halfway down.
Second column. I don't have a score in there.
So it would be 15 naturally.
15% then is the
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
84.
And you got 84. Okay.
Your voice cracks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Please open the door.
You drop
So-
the badge.
Push it.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's push it.
Wonderful. Okay. So
I was joking. 15, but go for it.
the foreshadowing of this for you, by the way, is that you think you could probably talk your way through some of this, given that you're in a uniform, and they may recognize you anyway as an attendant, but if you're pushing the role, it may mean that more force is required on his behalf to subdue you.
It's already going well.
Oh yeah, maybe I won't push
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you got under 15, man, you breeze past.
Okay, let's do it. All right.
Pushy.
Yeah.
That's fine. My job as the keeper, is it not?
You're going to break his arm if you twist it any harder.
What's the worst that can happen?
Exactly. He's got his gun drawn. He's ready to fire.
Never a question you want to ask in this fucking game.
So what do I need? Roll D100 again.
Yes, please.
And I got 97.
Yeah.
That's the worst that could happen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So
I'm
the
proud
guy
of you,
kind
Tom.
of tips his hat up a little bit and looks up, and he's like, "Now, why are you playing dress up? Take this toy out of my face before I have to slap you."
I'll fucking just shoot him.
Sure. All right, let's go.
That went from
What?
0 to murder so fast.
Right. So you want your sidearm handgun skill. I don't know what you've got on. I need to get your character sheet up, which is probably the best thing.
Firearms
I need to
handgun.
do. Yeah.
Kurt has definitely
50.
had enough of this place.
Oh, I've done. Yeah, 50.
50. And what was your...
Firearm handgun score.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. My firearm handgun score is 50,
Oh.
Yeah.
and I've just rolled 100.
You rolled 100.
Yeah.
Malfunction.
Can I
Did you check to see if they'd put the bullets in your gun before you?
that was the one thing I wasn't sure of. I don't think I have.
Next to a banana in the drawer, and you don't know which one you picked up.
Picked up a toy.
The guard looks annoyed as a
God.
tiny,
That's the
as a
worst.
tiny stream of water just patters against his uniform.
Wow. Okay.
These are the
So,
worst rolls.
Oh.
84, 97, 100.
It's not a malfunction.
100 is a malfunction on the handgun that he's got.
Oh,
It is, yes.
So you pull the trigger and you hear the click, and there is nothing else that happens. There's no muzzle flash or sound of a shot firing. Yeah, it's going to take you a round to be able to fix your gun.
I'm just going to smack him across the face with the gun then.
Okay, so make me a brawl roll.
29
It's
again.
the whole time we've been in here, he's been so looking forward to getting his gun back.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the one thing, my comfort blanket. So roll 29 against 55.
Cool, so that's a success. So I'm to. Okay, so you need to roll your 1d3 and 1d4 damage, please.
How do I do that on here?
The D3, you need to do
1d4.
a D6 and halve it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So D6, 1, D4, 3.
6, 1, d4, 3. Cool. So 4 points of damage. That's not bad as far as a hit goes. Where's my mooks?
Just cold
Not
cocked
enough,
him
though.
with the butt of your pistol.
Leroy Camden. Oof. Okay. So yeah, you smash him and he kind of he winces, and it takes quite a long time for him to kind of shake his head, and there's a definite kind of gash running down the side of his cheek, and kind of clicks his neck, and he's gonna swing for you. Now let's go. Boom. 40 out of a 65. So that is a regular success. So you have a choice now, Tom, of either you can fight back, which means you need to get a higher success rate than me.
Okay.
You can choose to dodge, which means you need to either get a success or higher, and you will dodge.
Yeah.
Or you can do nothing and just take the punishment that I want to give out to you.
Yeah, I'll just dodge it.
Just dodge. Okie dokie. Yeah. So you will have a dodge skill.
Yeah.
If you make a roll and for your dodge skill, because I got a regular success, you just need to match a regular success or below.
Yeah, so my dodge is 40 and I rolled 65.
Oh.
Can I use a luck? Is that possible for that?
For dodge rolls, yeah, I think you can, because it's just damage and stuff you can't do it with. So I don't see why not.
So I'd use what? I'd use 15 dodge of my luck.
So what did you get? 65?
My luck's on 39.
But you rolled 65 and your
dodge
is at 40.
I rolled 65.
So you would need 25 luck to spend to get it to a regular success.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, you know what? I'll just take it.
It's taking the punishment. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. So we won.
It's been so long. Finally getting the game, and now I've like completely forgotten.
So you take 6 points.
Jesus!
As he thumps you with his left fist. It causes, because it takes over 5 points of damage, it causes a major wound, and I need you to make a constitution check to stop from passing out.
So
Oh fuck.
my constitution was 50. I've rolled a 3.
Oh.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, so you don't pass out.
Yay!
Yeah.
Take it like a champ.
Cool.
So yeah, so you can swing for him again.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
You can spend the turn fixing your gun.
No, because he can hit. He'll be able to hit me, surely.
Yep.
So I might as well swing.
Swing better.
Here we go. Yay! 41 on my brawl.
Cool.
Against 55.
Okay, so then let me see about. Cool, you win. Yep.
Cool.
So there's a regular. So yep. So it goes with the attacker. Lovely. So yeah, roll your damage.
4. No, it's not, because it's half d6. I rolled a 3, so.
You can roll it. You can roll a d3. Just put d3 down in the rolls.
That's a 2
thing, and it'll do it all. But yeah, you can take 3 damage, or
okay.
Yeah, you can make it do anything. So we'll take it as 3 damage, which is enough to take him down. You will be pleased to hear. So yeah, you stand back up and straighten yourself off, and then give him another crack with the butt of your gun, and that sends him crumpling to the floor. You take the keys off, open the door, and peer inside.
Before I do that,
Yes.
can I just look at my gun and get my gun sorted?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's this man bleeding out of my foot? Yeah.
Can I put bullets in
Yeah.
my paperweight,
Okay.
please?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just. Do you know what? I can't quite think. I don't want to say mechanical, so just maybe another handgun check. So roll like you're doing a firearms.
Yeah,
handgun
15
attack.
against 55. Against 50.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So bang, you kind of
Cool.
you reclock
Bang?
it. And, yeah.
No, that's
shoots.
not good.
He shoots the guard as well as just taking him out, but you know.
Fixes it and gives it a quick test fire into
Yeah. Shit. He's definitely gone. Cool. So that's that.
Cool.
Yes, you head inside. And inside, the first thing that you see is this kind of bloodied sheet covering a body. And this bit of a messy kind of, again, the upkeep for something that should be a clinical room is looking pretty poor. It's all pretty dank, and there is that kind of that musty iron smell you get from blood that's congealed. I just want to check. You don't want to look under the cloth.
I'm glad you asked, because I want to make sure it's none of my friends.
Oh, okay. So you if you're checking under it, just maybe a sanity roll.
Oh, these always go well. Where's Sanity? 71. What am I rolling against? I'm rolling against
your sanity score.
Against your sanity.
62.
Sanity score, which is 62. Okay. Which is all right. So you can take. That's all right. You only take 1 point of sand loss as you throw back, pull back this sheet, and it is this mutilated kind of corpse. It's really hard to tell, and the reason it kind of revolts you so much is it's really hard to tell just what person there was there. The eyeballs have gone. There's kind of the edge of its nose looks like it's been cut off but done poorly. There are teeth removed. There's different cuts on the face that don't look clinical in any kind of shape. So yeah, but it's not your friends.
That's it.
In this room, there is a
Acquaintances.
Yeah,
sorry.
My character, I could have died on session 0.
yeah. It's not Traveller. Traveller's the one where you could die while in character track, right? So from this room, there's a room just to the right hand side through a doorway. You get a really strong smell of vinegar coming from there.
I actually hate vinegar.
Well, yeah. So yeah, there's a real kind of pickling or a vinegary smell that comes over, and you can see from the outside of it on either side. There's like a couple of barrels that are there that are reasonably of a reasonable size. You just make a listen roll for me.
See if you can hear the chippy that they've opened.
49 against 20.
Oof.
Okay. So you can't make out what's being said, but what you do hear is some definite kind of muffled, maybe screaming, maybe just loud talking conversations. There's definitely something coming from that direction, but it's a bit hard to tell through the door and see what else is going there. In the rest of the room, there's not too much else. There's some double doors leading through into the back area, but there's lights on at the back as well through those doors that you can see, whereas to the right there isn't any lights on. So yeah,
I'm gonna head towards the light.
Head towards the light. Very good. All right. So you push open these double doors, and the scene before you is quite stark. Laid out on two of the metal beds is Phineas and Albert, both strapped down. The three guards, matrons, whatever we want to call them, attendants, all are quite peculiar in their looks. Their mouths have been stitched rather crudely shut. They're in the kind of the typical garb of a hospital attendant or a porter. But their eyes are sunk. They're kind of obviously not being able to eat with whatever, a stitched up mouth. So they're looking quite frail, yet at the same time they're moving around fine, and their eyes have a real intensity to them. They're kind of the doors as they open. They make enough noise that they'd notice you. Albert, Phineas. In fact, out of you two, make me a group look roll. So whoever's got the lowest look.
My luck is
27?
currently 21.
Yay, go for it.
All right. Oh, 26. I can't use luck to bring that
Can't
down,
push
can
it.
I?
Can't spend luck. It's a diminishing.
Just because, yeah, I'd be chasing and
Okay. Unfortunately, both of them are gagged as well as being tied down.
Fortunately.
I think Bushy's had enough of our
yeah.
shit, G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you had the
Taking
look
notes.
roll able to take that wherever you needed to, but you failed. So. Yeah. What are your initial thoughts?
I think he's going to shoot everyone.
And
Pretty much.
Tommy, in the background, if you can just make me a say a strength roll. What's the equivalent of a strength check there?
Roll
There
against your
is
strength.
strength.
Just make me a straight strength roll,
Yeah.
so it'll be off your characteristics. There, cool.
Okay,
So Kurt,
I'm
what is it?
D100.
Yes, D100. You're aiming
Yeah.
to score below your regular number, and then if you score under half, it's a hard success. If you score under a fifth, it's an extreme success.
Okay. It's under just 34. I've got 40 strength, so
Okay, cool, awesome. I will get back to you in a moment. So, Kurt, this is the scene that lays out before you. One of the attendants has a bone saw and is rather expertly positioned over Albert's left arm. And that's how the scene is stopped momentarily while you explain what you were.
Then I stop blasting. So I'm going to shoot for the one that's got the bone saw, the bone saw in the hand.
Okay, cool. Make a firearms check.
I just rolled 55 against 50.
Oh, 55 against 50. So you just miss.
Can I,
You know.
for that, what would I do if I wanted to use my luck on that one?
Yeah, you could use luck on that.
Yeah, I'll use luck on that one then.
Oh, he likes you. He likes you, Albert.
I just want to hit something.
Cool. So make your damage, please.
Damage is 1d10. 10.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh.
You said you had a handgun. That's a hand cannon. Christ.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, bang. You take this motherfucker down.
Good stuff.
So you do this, and it's a shot through the head, and the guy kind of falls backwards, and the bone saw clatters. And there's an instant reaction from the other two that are scrambling to get something, maybe another knife, a saw, a scalpel, something to kind of come at you with. At the same time, behind you, you definitely hear the noise of movement and somebody and something breaking out, and kind of a real strenuous kind of, and then there's the sound of kind of a burst.
Shoot that too.
There's the sound of wood splintering and then cracking open. And yeah, Tobias, just make me a look roll before we go into a step further.
Yeah, I'm not actually when I turn around shoot that. I'm not actually going to shoot that.
So it's just D100.
Just a D100, and then you should have a look somewhere.
So it's 38, and I've got 60 luck. So
Oh, wonderful! So that passes. So, I mean, the good news is that you have clothes on. The bad news is that you are definitely quite pickled.
They said it was to cure my alcoholism.
Yeah. So kind of staggering out from this side door that you left where you heard the noises are is Tobias. I don't know if you've got a brief description of how you would look as a pickled man.
It's quite similar mustache to what I've got. Shaved head. Yeah, just like I am now, really. what
Well, now I'm definitely blasting.
A homeless man's it would have been soiled, but I imagine it's been semi-washed by the vinegar that I've been bathing in.
Cool.
So yeah, definitely look like a bit of a hobo, unshaven.
Wonderful. So can you just make me a sanity check as well, as you've just come out of this door and seen this mutilated body in front of you? So
Okay. D100. 75. My sanity is 60. So.
okay.
Ooh.
Very good.
How does the homeless inebriate have higher sanity than you?
Oh, he's losing some
okay.
now. Don't worry.
So you
He'll
only take one sanity loss. So you take 1 point of sanity loss there. Okay. So as you step out, you hear this gunshot ring out and this movement, and you see this dead body. I will give you a moment in a second to react however you choose to. Kurt, as I say, there's this definite. So you're closer to. Who do we have? Both of you, Albert and Phineas, roll a d6. Whoever's higher is whoever is. Thanks, Chatbox. Have a good one, dude. Is closer.
3.
4. Okay, so you're closer to Albert than you are to Phineas. there is, so the other two guards are kind of further at the back of the room. They seem to have been doing something with some sort of bags or containers, and kind of just going through it as they turn to grab all the gear. It's going to take you too long to be able to undo Albert's restraints and be able to get another shot off at one of them.
Right.
So you can, like, you could just take them on by yourself, but if you start them doing restraints, you're gonna then obviously take penalties as you're concentrating on doing other stuff whilst they're moving. Phineas, Albert, if you want to try and break free or do anything else, now is your time. You can also,
having seen Templesmith just burst in and like end a motherfucker, like Phineas is going to be like, friends, and just like begin straining against his restraints to try and break out.
Okay, awesome. Make a strength roll for me.
50 versus a 75.
Okay.
I will thrash about as well.
Okay, go for it.
Phineas is strong, yo. I don't know how. I think I put my stats in the wrong place.
39 against the 65.
Nice.
So what are they? Hit me with regulars, hards, basic success.
Regular success.
Regular. So you start to strain, and like kind of all good leather does, is you hear that kind of creak and you get that, oh yeah, and then actually the leather's a lot tougher than you expect. So yeah, you don't manage quite to break through. Tobias, a very kind of, well, what a welcome to the sanatorium as you're kind of brought round, burst yourself out of a pickling barrel, and you're met with the sounds of gunshots, mutilated bodies, and carnage before you.
Like PJ says, an overwhelming need for chips right now. I'm gonna stagger forth, but tentatively look round the corner in the doorway to where they are, just as I can assess the scene before I make a decision on what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. So you kind of, as you peek out, you see Kurt stood there in a guard's outfit, kind of handgun raised, staring off these two. In fact, you're going to have to give me another sanity roll, I'm afraid, because you're looking straight at these two weirdo guys that are pretty messed up as well.
Not us, Albert.
No, not again! 75, the exact same I got before.
Brilliant.
Welcome to the madhouse.
You take 3 points of sanity loss, as there's definitely no hospital porters that should be having their mouths sewn shut and looking quite as creepy as this. By the way, would you pass a point of how many? Is it 5 points of SAN loss, G? It was 5 points in one go, or a fifth overall, isn't it?
Yeah.
So once you...
Yeah.
So if you take 5 points of SAN loss instantly, you then have a bout of madness.
Okay.
If you go over a fifth, you are temporarily insane.
Okay.
In one session.
Which is where the fun happens.
Yeah. Because then you get to roll on random tables and you get a phobia or a mania. And so you see this kind of before you, two people restrained on a bed, like I say, a guard kind of there, gun raised, ready to take some others out, and these two, what should be normal humans with mouths sewn shut and looking kind of creepy. In fact, I've got a little bit of a picture.
I'm getting like Silent Hill nurses vibes.
Yeah, just to add to that type of thing, let me just. Not
very quickly.
quite.
Yeah, Seth, this is Tommy.
Yeah, not quite like that, but a little bit like that.
A little bit like that with the sewn mouth.
With a sewn mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
Really friendly. Really
Have
friendly.
you been made in my personal photo collection?
So yeah. Cool. So Kurt, with your gun drawn, you're going to get an action before anyone else as well. So what would you like to do, sir?
I'm guessing they're still fumbling away trying to get whatever they're getting.
Yeah. So
Cool. So I'm going to
time's
shoot
kind of
again.
Cool. Yeah. So time had really slowed down for that part, so I could explain what was going off. In actual time, between you shooting the guy, those guys straining, and them trying to get stuff, it's probably only been seconds. So yeah, you can pop another shot off.
Yeah, I just rolled 63 against 50.
Oh,
63 against 50.
Worst
Okay.
FBI agent ever.
So yeah, so they.
Absolutely.
Whoa! He just completely nailed the guy that was about to chop off your arm.
walks into a
Yes,
hostage
you know.
situation, just firing blindly.
I just stopped you from getting your arm cut off, mate.
Exactly. Okay.
I've got a
So yeah,
spec.
so they
He's unarmed.
hear the shots. This shot that kind of goes past as they reach for something else, and it kind of just flies past them. They've now both come up, one with looks to be like some sort of cleaver, and the other one that's kind of dived to the floor as the shot went off and has now picked up that bone saw. They are. Yeah, okay, so the one that is with the cleaver is brilliant. So he's not heading for you. He is heading straight for Albert. And while you are restrained, my friend, he is taking a big old swing at that arm that looks ever so tasty for you.
I told you not to do the bloody coin trick.
Yep.
He will just as long as he doesn't fumble. Oh, okay. Well, he misses because he got a 96, which is in his fumble range. So he fucks that up massively.
Cleaver and Bonesaw are the
man.
Bebop and Rocksteady of our adventure.
The other one, however, so the bone saw does head over towards you, Kurt. Is he going to do anything? Let's have a look. 51, no, so he fails his brawl as well. Okay, so that's their twos go. Phineas, Brassingham, if you want to try and push out again, you can make another strength checks. Tobias, what would you like to do?
Now the stats who the bad guys are and who the not bad guys are, I'm going to probably help one of them out. Who am I closest to?
So at the minute you're behind everyone.
Yep.
To get through, you'll have to go kind of to the point where you're going past Kurt and said Porter that's just took a swing and missed at him with
Okay, I think it might be better
with the bone saw.
then.
But then you're
I'll-
next to Brassingham.
I might do a run and spear type maneuver. I've not even put any like stats into those kind of physical bits, but I'll have a go.
Wonderful. Okay, so make a brawl check. So you should always have a brawl on there.
Yep.
Seth, those
Mine
porters would be chanting if they could open their mouths.
Mine is 25.
The Gregorian humming.
Oh, it's close. 28 out of 25, though. So 3 over.
So you could spend luck.
I might do if that's all right. But
Yeah.
I
3 points of luck would do it.
Yeah, I'll just use 3. I'll just have a little tiny bit. I'll pop that down to 57. It's ever diminishing, but I was so close.
All right.
I rolled a 23 against the 75, so that's a hard success for Phineas.
Oh, nice. That is good.
Right. We're using analog dice, and I got a 26 against a 65. So that's a bit freaky. We're getting almost identical scores.
Nice.
Fix.
I'd like
Cool.
to thank the girls
Okay.
of Valkyrie RPG for my weighted die.
And yes, thank you, Selfie. And I'd like to point out my connection is dog shit. That's winding me up.
That's all good, G. Cool. So Tobias, in this situation, so when you're taking on a fight, the brawl is an attack. If you want to do a fighting maneuver, so you can say that you're going to spear him with the idea to kind of pin him to the floor.
Yep.
That's fine. It would change the amount of damage, so it wouldn't do damage to him, but it would restrain him, so he couldn't do anything for a round, and he'd
I
have
think
to.
that's preferable option. There's three
Yeah.
other people who potentially might unstrain themselves and one with a gun. So yeah. So.
Who might shoot you instead? Who knows?
Shoot me instead.
He's a man on the edge.
If I'm gathering, he's pretty good with this gun, so I'm going to take a chance. I didn't see him in the before, so.
Cool. Okay, so you got a regular success in that. He is at disadvantage. So that's fine. Cool. Yeah. So you kind of run into him, barrel into him, knock him to the floor, and kind of on him, pinning, wrestling. Yep. Wonderful. So that guy gets taken away. Both of you manage to snap free your leg restraints. Your arms are still just kind of clinging on, but your leg restraints are free now. And then we're back to the top with Kurt.
Right. So who's been taken out?
So the one closest to you is now on the floor, rolling around with the new guy, Tobias. Yeah,
brilliant. And
that
the
Cleaver
guys are
or
still on the
Bonesaw?
table.
that's Bonesaw guy who is rolling around with Tobias. Cleaver is the one who took a big swing and missed at Albert.
Right, Albert's closest to me, isn't he? I think that's right.
Yes.
So can I? I'm just going to leave Bonesaw guy rolling around on the floor because I don't know what's going on down there. That's a whole new situation now. I'm going to go run over and whilst Cleaver's doing whatever he's doing, go and try and shoot him whilst he's
okay.
I'm guessing he's probably kind of swing and a miss, stumbling or something.
So he would have
distracted. I'm just going to shoot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, you can take a shot. You can take a shot at him. That is no problem. Go ahead and make your firearms check.
And I didn't do it.
I am so glad you didn't choose to try and shoot the restraints. Old yellow Albert.
I actually thought he was going to try and shoot the one that Tobias was manhandling, and I'm like, this is going to be brilliant because he's just going to shoot the new guys. He's helped him out. Bang! That's what you get, fucker.
Thank you for not doing that.
So I rolled 75 against 50.
Okay. So getting round and you take the shot, but it kind of veers wide and it doesn't quite make that connection that you want.
I only have 3 bullets left.
Got to make them count this time now.
That's it.
Cool. So then it will be with your legs free. Albert, I guess.
Actually, sorry. Just want to lie. Checking my gear and possessions, it says I have a box of spares of 12 cartridges.
But you still got to reload.
Yeah.
But that's cool. So you've got 3 left in the chamber.
Yeah.
With the ability to reload should you need to. Wicked.
Yeah.
So, so Albert, now your legs are free. If you want to make an attack on the guy that was swinging at you, you can. I'm going to say because the top half of you is still restrained, it's at a disadvantage though.
River dance on his face.
Cool. I'll do a penalty dice. Yeah. So it's either a 59 or a 39. So 59, that would be against my fighting brawl. It's a failure. It's only a normal one.
Okay.
My fighting brawl is 45, so 59 against 45, so it's a miss.
Okay. You don't want to spend luck?
You can bring it down.
Do it.
I mean, you're
Ooh,
already beneath
yeah.
the threshold.
I mean, he's going to fight back, just so you're aware. So, I'm, you know.
Yeah, 14 luck. Okay, put me down to 13 luck. Yeah, what the hell?
Permadeath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a regular success.
Yeah. Regular. This is where you go, I got an extreme success to God.
No, do you know what? I thought it was, but his brawl is pretty low, actually. So it's just a regular success for him
Woohoo.
as well. So you win. So make your damage roll.
I get no damage bonus because I'm so weak. So it's but the D3 is good. It's a 3 damage.
Wonderful. Very good. Cool. So that takes that. So yeah, you clock him in the jaw and he staggers back.
Nice.
So that's him. So then it is his go. Let's see if he can score any more by trying to take a swing at you once more. And he just misses. He fails. So cool. That's them. Right. So oh no, I need the guy to make the he's going to make a maneuver to try and get out of your brawl. That's what he's going to do. He rolled the same thing, so he's over by 3. So okay. So he does not get out of that brawl with you either. So we are then on to Phineas and Albert. If you want to make strength checks once more, break out of there.
74 versus a 75.
Regular
So
success.
it's a regular success.
Lovely. So yeah, with one big heave ho and a final pull, you managed to kind of snap. So you've still got the leather cuffs around you, but it's actually the connections to the beds that you've kind of managed to rip and pull free. Not in the best conditions, these, but yeah, you're free to move at will now. Tobias, you're still brawled with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, PJ, go ahead.
I was going to say that's kind of exactly what Phineas wanted. Like, can he take his leather restraint and like wrap it so that he's got the buckle at the end as sort of a weighted kosh sort of thing?
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah.
like a pool ball in a sock sort of situation, but with a.
Yeah.
Butthole.
He's an inventor. He comes up with shit.
Yeah, lovely. So let's go. So that was those guys. So yeah, so Tobias, you are still manhandling this guy.
So these dudes have got their mouths sewn shut, right?
Yep.
What would it just be an extra brawl to maneuver myself so I've got maybe my knees over his arms so I can hold his nose shut and suffocate him? Is that dark?
I mean, go for it. Make me another fighting maneuver. So make another brawl roll. That would be.
Come on, fella. Good night.
Kurt, I thought you were the fucked up one. Jesus.
Oh no, way off. 75. No, 57.
Okay. Well, he fails as well, so that's no. So there's no change out of that. You just failed to do the maneuver. That's no problem. So yeah, you get on top of him, and as you kind of release that little bit of pressure to move your hand over towards his nose, he kind of spins you back over, and you're back in the melee, rolling around like two schoolboys in a field. Good old wrestle.
Get off me!
Boys are wrestling.
Wonderful. So we will take it back to the top again, Kurt. You have now both of the guys are able to move. There is still one guy being on the floor, being manhandled and maneuvered, and there is this other one that is free, just ineffectual, or as ineffectual as you at being hit on hitting.
Good stuff. I might as well just run in and just punch the other guy.
You're gonna hit the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna smack him with my gun. That worked
Okay.
last time.
He's taking a gun to a fist fight.
Yeah.
Wicked. Okay, make a brawl roll for me.
Oh, fuck.
And he will also fight because that is his way. Come back here. So I need them. D100. Oh, he got a success. What did you get?
62 against. Where's my brawl? Oh.
You may say unarmed.
Yeah, my unarmed is 55.
Okay.
Oh, brawl. Yeah, 55.
Yeah. So he got
Can I use my luck?
Yeah, I was going to say. So he's got a regular success. So you need a regular success or more to win.
Because ties go to the aggressor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If they're both fighting, if they're a dodge, it doesn't. So if they're dodging, it goes to the defender.
Right.
All right. So, so what do I need to do now? Sorry.
So what did you roll? Sorry, you rolled 62.
I rolled 62 against
and yours
55.
55. So you need 7 points of luck to spend to get it to a regular success, and then you can do your unarmed D3 plus D4
damage.
D3 plus D. Oh, cool. Plus D4. 4.
4 points of damage. Nice. And that was for
Cleaver.
oh no, sorry, it was 3 off on Cleaver guy, wasn't it, prior? So he's on 1. So he's almost down, that guy. Lovely. Cool. Albert, Phineas, and oh no, sorry, it's not you guys, it's those guys. So one is going to swing now again. He's going to swing for Kurt this time. So Kurt, he rolled a success. You can either dodge or fight back.
And dodge.
Okay, make a dodge roll.
And I didn't make it. I was 90 against the 40.
Ooh.
Hey, Cleaver hit something.
You take 3 points of damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with 2.
2 points of health. Nice. But you're still up, which is good.
Ooh.
So, and then the other one is going to try and break out of that. Rolled a 96. Wonderful. So he definitely doesn't. Okay, so then Albert, Phineas, Tobias, so you guys can let me know what you want to do.
I think Phineas, with his
I want
now
to punch him.
Just bundle all on the one guy.
Okay, so he's already made an action, right? So he will roll at a disadvantage against you now because he's taken an action as well. Because it will be the second time he's been attacked in this round.
I mean,
should I say?
Yeah, it's probably not going to help me.
No. Oh no, disadvantage, isn't it? That's why. He just got a regular success.
I got 69 against the 45.
Oh,
Can't even look it.
Ouch. So you take a. You take 3 points of damage. Cool. So that's those. And then, so where are we next? We have got Phineas and Tobias. So Phineas, what's going down?
Having just seen that he's distracted, wailing on Kurt and Albert, Phineas is going to come up behind and just like cold cock him with this sort of the buckle end of the leather restraint.
Cool. Go for it. Make your roll. He gets the roll, but he does it at 2 disadvantage. So
I got an 8. That's a hard success.
Nice.
yeah, he's not going to beat that because he's
Nice.
So yeah, cool. Okay, make your damage. An 8 won't be an impale, sadly.
So D3. Are we rounding up or down?
Down.
So 2.
2. Oh, you don't get a build. Oh, but you've got a makeshift weapon, right?
Yeah.
So roll another D3 for it.
So 2 plus 1, so 3.
Bosh, and this was on Meat Cleaver guy, right?
Yeah, this is on Cleaver.
Boom. So Meat Cleaver is down.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that buckle kind of just goes splat into the back of his head, and you kind of see his,
Nice.
it's like comedy style. His eyes cross, and then he goes forward.
Phineas is left standing there and just goes, looks like he buckled under the pressure.
Wonderful. I mean, you don't get any inspiration in Cthulhu, so and I'm not giving you any look. So, so Tobias,
I'm going to try the same maneuver. I want to see what happens when I close his nose off.
Amazing. Go for it. Make an attack. Make an attack.
Oh no! 96.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah, fuck this one up.
he failed as well. So, because he got a 93. So he doesn't sadly get out of his brawl with you. So guys, Kurt, you're back to the top.
I am just standing there, covered in my own blood at the moment.
Yeah, you're looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
you've had a time of it this.
It's been great. I've loved it. I'll come back again. So obviously now these two are both free. I'm just going to hand out their stuff. So Phineas, there's your cane. I'm not saying anything. Albert, there's this book that you were obsessed with, and your vegetable.
Oh, thank you.
When you hand Phineas his cane, he has like a similar look on his face as when you got your handgun back. It's just like, oh.
I hope it serves you better than my handgun has served me.
Well, we'll find out.
Oh, mate, that one shot on that guy was immense. The rest didn't go so well.
Oh yeah, but
The
I think
rest of the
that's
time is-
one of the deep ones that was similar actually.
Just bang, bang.
Yeah.
Amazing.
shoot at Stormtrooper Academy.
Okay, so you've given everything back. There's still a
Yeah.
very strong vinegar smell coming through of a guy rolling around with another one of these guys on the floor.
Leave him to it. Let's get out of here.
Kurt, who's your pickled friend?
I have no idea.
$100. I've got $100 in a bag outside of this place. If any of you chaps fancy hitting it for a second, I'll be sure to share it with you. Don't need to roll.
No, I think
mean,
the prospect of $100 is enough to get us on side. We've done far worse for far less.
I was going to dive in anyway.
Okay.
Should we go help him?
Yeah, well, I'll jump in and start wailing on
Yeah, all three of us just start kicking
Just
it.
Curb stomping this poor motherfucker.
All right.
We're helping the guy
Yeah,
with the tied up
you
mouth,
know,
yeah?
Given how you guys have been rolling, make these attacks because he may get an opportunity to fuck one of you guys up. So yeah, let's bring it.
Yeah.
So first of all, so where did we go through giving your stuff? So yeah, Albert, go for it.
Are you attacking with the cucumber? Oh, his mouth's sewn up. You've lost. He's got no weak spot for you.
Yeah.
You deep throating people
So,
with a
I'm just gonna
Literally killed an enemy with a cucumber.
The cucumber was probably rotted, to be honest. It was that long ago. So I'm just going to punch him. I got a 12 against 5. So just a hard success.
Nice.
Just a hard success.
Nice. He has been grappled, so he won't get to fight back. So roll your damage, Mathwind.
2.
Cool.
DOS.
2 damage. Wonderful. Okay, so Phineas, do you want to take a shot?
Was there anyone else in the room?
No, there is not.
No? Cool. So Phineas manipulates one of the raven feathers on the head of his cane and just cocks back the hammer, and he's just going to take a shot at the guy.
Wonderful.
And
that was the end of Tobias Cobb.
Fortunately, I'm better at shooting than the FBI agent. Apparently, I got a 40 against a 50, so a regular success.
Oh, nice. So roll your damage.
So that is a 4 + 1, so 5.
Boom. Lovely. So that is enough to. Brains go everywhere. There is blood and viscera over Tobias, along with the pickle juice, and we'll take you out of initiative, and you guys are all together. And if you want to excuse me for just one moment.
My God, fellas, I'm lost for words.
Thank you for the assist.
How did you three end up here?
Circumstances not too dissimilar to this, actually.
I'll be
Say
honest
what you
with
like about this place. The pills are wonderful. Do you have any of the pills?
I didn't. They brought me in for wet brain, you see. I'm a terrible drunk. And they just put me in that barrel of vinegar, telling me it was a surefire cure. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how long I was in that barrel for. You feel rather pickled, as it were.
Templesmith,
Tobias Cobb is the name. An actor of... well, there's some vexatious claims about my abilities as an actor, but I'll have you know that none of the critics are ever right on these things. They don't act themselves for a reason because they're critics. They're bog standard. Put my hand out to shake whoever's closest to me, and
Phineas will accept the
Happily
proffered
shake
hand
your
and be
hand.
like, Phineas Bartram, inventor of dubious success, very, very much like yourself, some vexatious claims about my inventions. However, as you can see, they do work when they need to. And
device.
he's going to take one of the rimless cartridges and push it into the raven's mouth, decocking the action just so it's reloaded.
Oh.
Whilst you're all chatting and doing that, I'm just reloading my gun. I will cursory just pull my badge out, flash it your way. Yeah, that's who I am.
Templesmith, if you don't mind my saying so, you're looking a little worse for wear there, old chap.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
That it has. Okay, so with introductions done, as you guys search around the rest of the room, there is various bits of the viscera from foes slain, an overwhelming smell of blood and pickle.
This seems like something of a fool's errand, but given that this does seem to be like an ad hoc sort of operating sort of room, is there like a first aid kit nearby?
Oh, let's make a group look roll, shall we? I'm going to assume it's actually you, Phineas, that has the lowest.
The lowest luck.
Oh, no,
Can anybody
no.
get
Actually,
lower?
Albert, what's your current luck?
Well, no, I've got 13 luck.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh,
and I failed the luck roll.
So there is a little box on the wall that says first aid, and you open it up, and it's got nothing inside.
crap. I just want to find out, like, is the doctor around? I can't remember his name. Did you see where he's gone? I'm speaking to obviously Albert and Phineas at this point. Ramsey. Where's Ramsey?
Can't say I've seen him, dear chap. First, I sort of recollect. I was in my cell and I kind of woke up here.
I'm gonna go on a murder spree and find him now.
Because that's gone so well so far.
Well, yeah. I suggest that we get out of here then.
If you make a first aid roll and botch it, you just don't help, right? You there's no chance of like making it worse.
Providing you don't fumble. Yes. Yes, you can pick up the cleaver, G.
Can I sort of tear some fabric from something and attempt to at least staunch some of Templesmith's wounds?
Sure.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Wait until I roll.
Wow. I'm about to lose a leg.
Oh, that's a 3 against a 30. That's an extreme success.
Yay.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, that does it. That does it. You're able to. You get D3 health points back. Roll a D3. Roll a
3. I just rolled a 3.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Not a bother, old chap.
Oh, I feel absolutely great. Whatever you did.
I seem to have developed a symptom of innocuous lying, but I did what I could.
Right.
Wonderful. Right. So you guys are getting out of Dodge.
Is there more rooms to go down?
So out the back way, if you follow it through, there are there's a cold storage room. In effect, there's quite a lot of containers in here. When you turn on the lights, it's it's like cold storage with a bunch of containers in. Does anyone want to look inside the containers?
I'll have a look.
Wonderful. Make a sanity check as you open up and look inside.
Yeah, I got a 90, 91.
I've got 94.
61.
Oh my god!
Wonderful.
I got a 19 against the 42, so I'm
Oh,
I wasn't looking.
Oh, 4 points of sanity loss for you both. As you open them up, there is basically, rather than what you would see in a normal kind of transplant box where it's all very proper and correct, this is just like bits of liver thrown in with bits of eyes and, kind of a mishmash of limbs thrown together. None of it's been cleaned. It's all just a kind of a hodgepodge of stuff, body parts that makes you want to vomit. And you take 4 points of SAN loss.
I must say, that looks awful.
Starting to understand why Kurt didn't open that barrel now.
Yeah, you were in it.
We could have eaten.
So as you look around the rest of the basement, there is a different passageway to go other than back up the stairs and to go out that way. It does eventually lead you up like a maintenance entrance, basically. Past a boiler room and kind of up through a single door at the side, so you can leave up through that way. As you head out, so if you're first of all, are you going that way or are you going back through the hospital proper?
I feel we may be best attempting to sneak our way out.
I want to find out what's going on in this place.
I mean, I'll miss the pills, but I guess we can go this way.
We'll just have to pass through like the pharmacy on the way out. Albert just filling his pockets. Well,
Okay.
I mean, far be it from me to not follow the man with the keys.
So we're going back through the hospital proper?
No, I think we're
We're going to carry on
basement,
down.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to know what's going on in this place.
Yeah.
I want to put an end to it.
Okay, well, so, and this is it. So you've kind of got into this point. Oh, there's a...
Might I make a suggestion that we disguise ourselves before we venture forth?
I think it's gone past that now. The gunfire, the fact we're covered in blood and gore. You stink of pickle juice. I don't think disguises are going to work.
I'd like to disguise myself just in case, because then I can distance myself from these three. It was fucking wrong.
Amazing.
Leaning on those skills and an actor. I'd love if you were a method actor and just handed us in because you were disguised as a guard.
I'm the Daniel Day-Lewis of this.
Commit to the role fully.
I'm gunning for that fourth Oscar. I swear down.
Okay. So there's not too much more in the basement. Like I say, there's kind of this room. There's some bits. You could make a spot hidden for some.
Can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll join you on that, I think.
Oh, 100 against 65.
77 against a 50.
90.
Kurt, did you pass? Sorry, I missed.
No, I got 100.
Oh, Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
the second one tonight.
Fumble and spot it and roll.
His eye just.
I got 3 against the 50. So
Nice.
extreme success.
Wow.
You see
Okay.
through time itself.
So yeah, so these guys have been, maybe it's the fact of, opening up boxes full of, bits of gore that's put them off. Maybe they're not looking through things quite as thoroughly. Maybe it's just that you've got the keen eye of an antiquarian, the one that looks for the finer details, those finer points. There isn't much that's there, but there is a letter that you find from a Mr. C that says, I assume the goods to be delivered as requested and agreed. Time and place, the usual.
Has this been read aloud or?
Up to Albert, but I would assume
Cool.
that would be shared.
There we are.
Cool.
Mr. C.
Albert finds it easier to read if he reads aloud and follows it with his finger.
I'm guessing it's referring to your neighbour, Albert, the one who got us into this problem.
Really, Brattingham, you didn't happen to pick the best of neighbours, did you?
Listen, don't pick your neighbours. You just get lumbered with them. I mean, he's very good at growing fruit and veg. You can't deny that.
This is the self-same fruit and veg that drugged you up to the eyeballs, correct?
Exactly. It was quality veg.
But that's all there was that's kind of down there. Interestingly for you, that letter or note is it's like a crumpled bit of paper. So it's not, it's not in an envelope. It's not addressed to the hospital or anything like that.
It's not on headed.
Yeah.
Headed address.
But yeah, down here now. So there's kind of the basement room that you're in. There's, like I say, there's the kind of the generator / furnace room, a sluice room, and then a maintenance way in and out. But there's not much more. So other than you going back up and going through the hospital itself to investigate, there's not much more that you would get from down in the basement where you are.
All right.
Oh my god, I just remembered something. Albert, we could rally your fucking cult against the porters. I completely forgot that you became the head of a cult.
Of mad people.
Well, isn't that all cults?
I mean, we're
I've
bordering
forgotten
on
that.
talk on theology.
Well,
Just go up there and be like, "Rise, my minions!
kill.
Seize the means of medicine production."
It's just
So what
occurred
would
to
you like
me, Corbett is making these weird psychedelic plant things, giving them to the sanitarium, who are then using them to turn into the drugs, which is then making you all nuts.
And I feel he may be procuring his body parts for armed heads, as it were.
Yeah. I'm guessing everyone's already figured that one out, and the FBI agents for the last guy. It's like, oh.
Just clicked.
Just clicked.
He's like,
After the last shell
finally,
falls,
a
it's like,
face.
oh, scratching his head with the muzzle.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
No problem. So, what would we like to do?
I'm guessing we're heading back up through the hospital.
Back up through the hospital?
How secluded was the basement in terms of noise? So would they have heard gunshots throughout the
Yeah,
rest
that's
of
a
the
good shout. Yeah.
You'd have to go and find out.
And we're going past the guard that Kurt shot, aren't we? Well, the one that he did try to shoot.
But
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I'd like to take that guard's uniform if that's okay.
Yeah. That
I
is.
still smell of vinegar, but
And the uniform's probably covered in blood.
to be honest with you, the amount of viscera around and the food hygiene rate in this place isn't too high. I'm gonna think that a bloody guard.
You wondered why the
Yeah.
sloppy joes had that certain something to them. Okay.
I feel
So
like
yeah.
there'd be some measure of soundproofing because obviously all the screaming and things that were happening that, you know, we might be lucky.
Yep. So as you guys head back up through the hospital, through the same way, past the kind of the flaking paint and the rather detracted and unkempt rooms and pathways, you get back into the hospital proper as you would have seen, and there's this kind of eerily silent from that perspective. There's all of the cells that were locked and had the guests in are all still there. There's no sign of I've forgotten the doctor's name again already.
Ramsey.
All I had in my name was Randolph, and I was like, nope. Randolph's the thing. So there's no sign of Randolph or the other one either.
Frank.
Yeah.
Presumably, we'd recall coming in here, so like we have a decent knowledge of like the layout to find.
Yeah, and once you're back into the kind of the hospital proper, it's like you know it comfortably enough now because you would have been in here for a couple of weeks. So.
Well, roughly what time of day is it? Is it still at night? If everyone's locked in their cell?
You're looking. So now you're probably looking at like 3 a.m.
I mean, are we rallying Bertie's friends or?
Yeah.
Release everyone.
I mean, it could serve
Yes,
as a distraction.
I
think slip away in.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Let's find a way to release everyone.
Fucking jailbreak at the sanatorium! Oh yeah!
Wonderful. So you guys head around. So it takes a little bit of time to find out, but there are release. So there is mechanized controls that they have, which are quite fancy for the era for the cell doors within the security room, which you are able to use and unlock eventually. So the guests that do remain, some of them come out, some of them don't, some of them are asleep. Overall, you know, like as you've seen from the outlook, it's kind of it's not a bad place. You know, minus the gory, horrible death that waits beneath. But so they come out and they're in various states. None of them seem distressed unless you are openly, you know, unless you're actively trying to force them to do something or.
Phineas is gonna lean into Albert and just be like, Bertie, I feel like a little pep talk might be in order about earning their freedom, or you know, you excel at these sort of public addresses.
That's a good point. I mean, I would give some incredibly detailed and uplifting speech if my connection wasn't utter shite. And I'm on a delay, and it would just drag out the session beyond all reasonable time and be virtually unwatchable. But let's just say I absolutely rally the troops and against their oppressors.
Cool.
Make a persuasion check.
I'll hum some swelling music in the background. Make it seem more.
And you start flag waving.
I thought it was a good roll because I got a 58, and then I looked at my persuade skill, which is 10%.
How are you?
I feel it's only right. I feel it's only right that I should push this roll
On a
Absolutely.
10%.
and risk a lynching.
We might be leaving at pace.
I mean, the foreshadowing of this is there is a high potential that it could be a lynching, or it could just be that they take absolutely zero notice of any of you and do whatever they want to do.
Okay, so against the skill of 10%, I got an 81 on my push roll. As I was going to start quoting Latin in the speech in the hope that these mad buggers would understand it.
I don't understand how you're a smuggler with 10%. I thought you'd be persuasive. I don't know why.
I think I rolled a blinder against my 10% last time, and it was a fluke.
I've got a better persuade than you.
Yeah.
I should have done it before.
I know what it was. I fast talked last time. That's what it was.
I was fast talk, not persuade.
Yeah.
Make it a lie. There's jelly and ice cream outside.
I should have fast talked. I'd have aced it.
I mean, given that you rolled an 81.
Okay, so they all kind of stand and look at you for a moment. You get a few cat calls and a bit of jeering, but they largely don't seem that impressed and kind of, they start doing all the stuff that they've not been able to do, which is jump up and down on chairs and kind of go crazy and do all of the fun stuff.
Thought they were already that.
So they start to swell over, and they're actually a larger number than what you kind of gave credit to initially. So it could change quite quickly, the mood of the place.
Yeah, can we start backing
I
away
suggest
from
maybe we make haste.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well done, Bertie. Reliant as ever.
Yeah.
So you guys go to head out through the main door, I'm assuming.
I guess
The
so.
only way out we know, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so out through the main door. There's a group that follow you, and there's kind of like, they're like, oh, freedom, and there's a bit of a mad rush to get out. So as you kind of get through, they've lost interest in you to a certain extent, as there's now an open space that they can fill and go and cause chaos.
I mean, that could be enough of a distraction.
Yeah.
Just saying, this is failing upwards.
So you guys escape out. You can leave. You can leave, and you can see one of my cats trying to the limelight.
Just front and centre there.
He's the clawy little bastard, though. So if I move, he's liable to just jump on me and.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah,
Oh, that's it. On
Oh.
camera, he's acting lovely.
Yeah. What he's actually saying in cat is, "You just fucking wait." Cool. So you guys head off. What's your plan as you escape? You kind of get out and get away. Assumingly, you're going to flag someone down for a lift.
I was going to say, is there like any ambulances or anything outside we can steal?
So there's not ambulances because they're all privately owned things.
Right. There's no vehicles we can.
Some of the cars driven into it.
Give me a group look roll.
Oh God.
Oh,
God.
God.
13. Here we go.
I got 89.
Desolate.
So there's not really any cars here that you can use. There's it looks to be like as they work in shifts, then the guards that are here overnight, they kind of come in and the cars get swapped or something, but there's not anything that's.
Can I make a suggestion? Do any of you chaps fancy lying on the ground whilst we wait for a car to come? I've got a ruse that might work.
You want to lie on the ground for several hours?
Where do you need me to lie?
Well, when we hear a car coming, one of you gentlemen lay on the ground as if there's been some sort of accident and someone's driven off, and then we get the poor bugger to leave their car, and then we just get it and drive off.
Oh, out in the street.
I like this idea, actually.
Albert's already lying on the ground.
Yeah.
Outside the sanatorium. That's
Well,
brilliant,
just
Bertie.
here.
Maybe more in public.
Not just in the hedgerow.
Okay.
You got as far as maybe one of us should lie and Albert face plant.
Okay.
Oh dear. Okay. So yes, you can go and do that. Give me a roll of. There isn't a performance acting. What have we got? What have we got? You've got acting.
Yes, I have acting.
Ah, well then give me an acting roll.
Ooh, hot dog. 38 against the 60 acting.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
Performance of my life.
The critics were wrong.
So, yes.
They were all wrong.
So yeah, you sell it,
Whilst
and
still
although-
smelling of pickle.
While still smelling of vinegar, yeah.
It was a vinegar lorry that drove into my friend here. Spilling its contents all out the back, and of course I got hit with the backdraft of it all. And...
So yeah, so although you know Albert's probably chatting to everyone whilst he's laying on the ground and not seeming that hurt, you manage to convince them that this is quite a serious situation, and when they get out to help, you do indeed jump in their car and drive off and drive away. So we'll fast forward slightly and we'll say that you guys have headed over. What's the plan as you guys head off towards the way? There is definitely the sound of sirens and things that are happening and kind of coming past you back over towards the sanatorium. What is it you'd like to do? Are you going to go and track down Mr. Corbett? Are you leaving? I mean, it's pretty safe to say, Kurt, from your experience, you guys are probably going to be wanted, given that there is now,
Several
shit
dead
ton of
bodies.
people. Several, well, not even that, but just like, a whole mental hospital that's just been released into the wild.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I think I'd like to try and find a phone so I can phone like the head office and let them know what's going on.
Oh, I've got a phone at mine. You can use mine. We can go and grab some stuff and then head off.
Sounds like a plan.
That might be best, yes.
That wouldn't be too bad a thing right now. Maybe a shower.
Oh, he's in for a treat when he sees Albert half drunk and eating house.
One of those where you wipe your feet on
It's
the
been a
way
few
out.
days since I've been there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool. So you make your way over there, and all is quiet in the street, and you can get into Albert's. You can make a phone call. Kurt, you make a phone call, and you are asked to wait for the call back from your superiors to confirm what is happening.
Are there any lights on over the road?
Yeah.
There are not.
Let's go. Let's go over.
So you're ignoring.
I was.
You're ignoring the request to wait by the phone for a call back, and you're going over to Mr. Corbett's.
Wow.
That seems like a loaded question.
Part of me wants to go over there, but I'm also a bit wary that now that I've just phoned head office, something's going to go wrong, and they're actually going to send police to come and arrest us. So there's it can go.
We should.
I did get a
We
very
should probably get out of
feeling
town.
from that phone call.
There's also the fact that have I just clocked that Kurt's a full-on FBI agent at this point?
Yeah.
Oh.
The performance of your life.
Well. I'm going to have a quick look around Albert's house, see if I can find anything useful for myself, and then I might try and vacate the area as fast as I can.
Well, what you'll
do I notice
the thing
anything
that stands
weird
out
about the
about
phone
Albert's
call?
house is
No, it's all pretty standard. I think the only thing you guess the concerns that you have are right, which is there's a lot that's gone off. Some quite hard to explain. Digging up, digging up the widowed Mr. Corbett's wife. Blah 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 blah. Going in. There's certain things that you're probably at the very least in for some sort of reprimanding. But it could be quite serious, and you could get arrested. You're absolutely right. So there is a risk there for what you are doing.
Sod it. Let's go rogue.
Got a rogue FBI agent. I didn't shoot that man.
Yeah. What do you chaps want to do?
so. What you'll notice about Albert's house, it's full of curiosities. But the main thing that stands out is in every room there are lots of half-filled receptacles of drink. So cups, glasses,
Okay.
many different drinks, all only ever half-filled, and there's half-eaten plates of food everywhere. Now, some of them have been out a long time because we were in the sanatorium a few days. And Albert will quite happily just keep going and helping himself to something because you should only ever eat or drink something that somebody else has tasted first, obviously.
Well, I'll have a quick look around, see if you've got anything like handcuffs or any sort of restraining item that I could secrete upon myself, as it were. No, it's not even.
I'm sure there'll be rope.
No.
Are you secreting in Albert's living room?
I am.
Oh dear.
It's not the worst thing that's been done.
I know.
Okay, so yes, there would be some rope there that you could probably claim,
Yep.
but otherwise, now the longer it takes, the longer they could be putting things into action.
Okay. I'll grab a bit of rope and then and I shall maintain myself in a dark corner just in case, ready to either jump out of a window or somewhere near an exit, cautiously keeping the three of them at a friendly distance but without looking too dodgy.
Wonderful. So just as you guys are going to decide what to do, the phone starts ringing. There is a decision point for you here. Are you answering the phone? Or
Yes.
are you doing something else?
Well, I can answer it if you like. It is my phone.
It is your house, yeah.
Brassingham
fuck it,
Esquire.
I'll answer it.
Okay.
Hello, Brassingham residents.
This does not sound like the Agent Templesmith we were expecting to answer this call.
Oh, sorry, and you are?
Somebody who is looking for Agent Templesmith. Is he there?
Hang on, I'll see if I can see him. Is there an Agent Templesmith here?
Yeah, I'll reluctantly go and take the phone.
Roll spotted.
Yeah.
I was going to tell him to get stuff, but then he sounded quite decent on the phone.
Yeah, I'm quite intrigued. Yeah, hi. It's Agent Templesmith. How's it going?
Mr. Templesmith, let me be frank. The reports that we have seen coming out from you have been obscure at best, following your excursion out to the lighthouse a year before now. I am deeply troubled that this most recent incident and the report that you have been in a mental asylum.
I'm going to hand the phone back over to Albert. I'm done.
He doesn't know, so he's going to carry on talking.
Yeah. Albert, take over again.
Albert, as you get the phone, what you hear is, we would very much appreciate that you can bring yourself in for assessment once more to ensure that you are...
Whilst this is going on, I'm going to suggest to Phineas and Tobias that we should probably get out of here. This isn't going to go well.
More than happy to do that.
Sorry.
Albert,
Okay,
what
jolly
do
good.
you do? Okay, amazing.
Are we
Cool.
are we going over to Corbett, or are we making a midnight dash?
That Mr. C on the ladder.
I suggest that yes, there's a lot of chaos at the sanatorium that they've got to sift through, and we should absolutely take advantage of that to get as far away from here as possible.
Yes. I think that's the wisest thing Albert has ever said.
I don't suppose you you know a place, do you, Bertie?
Why, thank you. Let's just head south. See where it takes us.
I mean, I don't know the lay of the land. For all I know, we could end up in a swamp. But
do I know of any safe houses down south?
I mean, none that the FBI don't already know about.
Well,
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely more kind of rural communities, and there's definitely places that are off the beaten track and a bit more kind of sequestered away. Probably quite a few towns and stuff that would not be forthcoming to FBI and the government and things like that. The further south you go at this time, so yeah, it's definitely an option.
Is Corbett's car out front of his house?
No.
Fuck. Are there any cars on the street?
it's the one
we
stole.
have the one we stole. Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna hijack another car, but no, we've got one. It's all good.
Do that anyway.
I'd like it. You guys are loading stuff up into the car you've stolen, and Phineas is off stealing other people's cars.
It's getting another car. Yeah.
For parking them in front of the house.
Can we just do the whole a pickle truck thing again?
It learned the first time.
The great pickle truck heist.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. So we will leave it there. So you guys have managed to escape. We'll say you're on the lam, as it were, getting away from town and going out. No one died. Well done.
Kurt came close. Jesus.
Yeah.
I can't believe Albert was fucking strapped to a bed, unable to move, and the fucker missed twice.
And all he had to do was roll below 96.
And he flubbed twice.
Nice.
Right?
Jesus.
And you can check in the logs. It's there in the rolls logs as well. So I wasn't fudging the dice rolls. Yeah, thank you
The
guys.
dice
So you
love it.
guys have
What can I say?
escaped. What we'll do is we'll go through some of the I can't remember what they call it, but like leveling up essentially. So whatever skills that you've rolled and you've got a success in, you can mark down, and you have a chance then to be able to do better for next time, etc. But we'll cover that off next time. You guys will head south. You'll be heading over towards the swamps and the Hockomock, I suspect. But we'll have a bit of a chat between us and we'll work out what you guys want to do first. Thank you very much for playing. It's good to be back. Unfortunately, there is a 3-week gap between when we start again next, but then after that, we'll be back for every 2 weeks.
Takes a while to get south.
Yeah. So yeah, every other week, then we'll be back on and we'll be playing this. We're likely to do some other games as well, but for now, it will all be Cthulhu or horror-based stuff. Anything from anyone else before we sign off?
Can I plug a couple of things?
Absolutely, go for it.
Amazingly so. Amazingly, I got a bit distracted midway because I just had the final art and that come through my comic, Abyssal Albion, Lovecraft post-apocalyptic comic. So
Amazing.
issue 3 is now done and should be out hopefully within the next couple of days. I'm also the production team that I work with, film production team. We're currently crowdfunding for a Star Wars horror fan film, which is called Star Wars Sanctuary Moon, which is currently on Kickstarter. It's going a bit slow at the moment, so if anyone can help, that would be great. Just spread word of it to anyone that's interested. Rewards are like props and all sorts. It looks awesome, and it was written by me, so... and that's all I've got to chill for at the moment.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Amazing. Star
Can you-
Wars horror.
Yeah, can you drop us a link for the Star
Yeah.
Wars Kickstarter? Yeah,
Will
I'll-
do,
I'll
man. Yeah, will do.
put that there. Good. That'd be cool.
Anything from anyone else? No.
Support your local comedy club. Keep supporting live comedy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Get out there. It's awesome.
Vinegar is
And
not a recognised cure for alcoholism.
Trap someone in a barrel of vinegar. That'll do the trick.
Because we had Selfie in chat as well. Friends of the channel, Valkyrie RPG. Go check them out. They do
Yes.
amazing dice, and
Awesome.
they're awesome people. They're good.
Yes.
Beautiful
very much
dice.
so.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. A very big thank you once again to our wonderful sponsors that do stuff with us. So Lost House Pizza, Monkeys Emporium, and Shea Glass Game.
Yay!
And big thank you very much to the players. And time for a bit of an awkward wave, and we'll see you guys real soon. So awkward wave.
Thanks for having me.
Cut off.